We all want the best in life. The best house, the best hair, the best clothes. So why not drive the best car? Mazda came from unconventional roots, but has now developed into being one of the most stylish and safe semi-luxury car brands. Some of my sources come from Mazda themselves. These websites include news.mazdausa.com and mazdausa.com. I also used some outside sources, with those websites being getjerry.com and carbodydesign.com. Now, we all need a means of transportation to get from point A to point B. And we want to make sure that this method of transportation is going to last us a while and that we look good while driving it, of course. Today, I'm going to be talking about the history of Mazda and how they were originated. I will also talk about what makes Mazda so good, and this includes but is not limited to their reliability, safety, and what makes Mazda stand out from other automakers. I am a huge fan of Mazda and have only owned and driven cars made by them, so I have a pretty good first-hand experience with them. Now, according to news.mazdausa.com, Mazda was founded in 1920 as a cork and machine tool company in Hiroshima, Japan. Now, clearly, we don't drive corks around, so how did they get into making automobiles? Well, in 1931, they evolved to sell three-wheel pickup trucks and small vehicles to the Japanese market. However, they had a hard time trying to stay an independent company, and they were mandated to create their own technological expertise. So, in 1961, Mazda used a technology recently created in Germany called the Wankel rotary engine. Mazda was able to take this technology and perfect it for use in their rotary-powered car. This car was the Cosmo 110S Luxury Sport Coupe, which is a mouthful to say, by the way. Now, in 1970, Mazda established Mazda Motors of America, which was located in Seattle, Washington. Up until that point, there were only two Mazdas in the United States, and they were both imported in 1967. Now, in more recent years, Mazda has been able to soar ahead of their competition when it comes to reliability and safety. According to getjerry.com, this past year, Mazda's reliability rating was 4 out of 5, which ranks them 5th out of all 32 car brands. Now, as far as safety, Mazda has always been a top pick. In fact, right on the website mazdausa.com, in bold letters, they state they have more IIHS top safety pick models than any other manufacturer. The 2020 Mazda CX-3, CX-5, Mazda 6, and Mazda 3 sedan and hatchback have all been named top safety picks for the IIHS's highest safety award. Now, for those who are unaware, the IIHS is the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, and is how all cars on the road are tested for their safety. Cars are tested in many different ways that simulate different types of crashes and scenarios that may occur when driving on the road. Now, what I think really sets Mazda apart from other automakers is their style. Mazda follows what's called a Kodo design philosophy. On the website carbodydesign.com, the concept behind this thinking is expressing the soul of motion. The goal of using this kind of design is to portray beauty of movement in a still object. The Kodo design has been defining and elevating Mazda's award-winning styling ever since it was introduced, with its core principle remaining unchanged. Now, the literal translation of the word Kodo means heartbeat. However, it has some added meanings. Those meanings are of filling something with life and of giving it a soul. and I think that we all need a car with some soul, but not a Kia Soul. Mazda started as a small, kind of strange company, but has been able to become one of the best-selling car brands in the whole world. Some of my sources came directly from Mazda themselves, with these websites being news.mazdausa.com and mazdausa.com. However, I also used some outside sources, with those websites being getjerry.com and carbodydesign.com. We all need a way to get around, and we should make sure that what we are driving is going to last us a while, and make sure that we look stylish while we're doing it. Just to recap, I informed you on the history of Mazda and how they originated. I also talked about what makes Mazda so good, with the main points being about their reliability and safety. I then ended with what makes Mazda stand out from other automakers and how their style sets them apart from others. We all need to try new things in life, so why not try driving a Mazda? Once you get behind that steering wheel, you'll be able to live up to Mazda's slogan, and celebrate driving. Because Mazda is not just about driving performance. By choosing a Mazda, you'll be able to drive with confidence and pride.